Hello, hello, hello. How you guys doing out there? I'm good old Grandmaster Revan here. Again, I am good old Grandmaster Revan, and you're watching the Nostalgia Tech here on YouTube. Now, it's been about say a couple weeks or so, or how long it was since I did the second episode. Where we're doing an episode on security tech for smartphones now. Um, I picked up here a one of my favorite phones. It's the black phone, and the black phone, the first one came out a few years ago. Now, this is the BP2. This is the black phone 2. And let's see here. So it is the black phone 2. And what we're going to do is we're going to see about opening the SIM part where the SIM card goes, and they're going to see about putting in my working SIM card. Okay, we're going to see about put it back in the phone. Okay. All right. It has no service. No service. We're gonna go. Let's see here. Okay, we're going to go to LTE, T-Mobile USA, LTE. We're going to go to operating network here. We're going to go to T-Mobile 4G. See, I went and got repaired. It got a new screen and a digitizer because the sensors wasn't working. So I'm typing up registering to T-Mobile service for 4G. And it'll say can't register, please try again later. So the phone itself, what came out years ago, it was the talk of the town few years ago. But over time, started to get the phone was built for people of government, executives, and other shit like that. So it's not gonna ain't gonna connect. So we're gonna go ahead and take out the SIM card. And you're not, because it ain't connecting, won't connect. And there I go. Shit. Gonna put it back in my Windows phone. And Yeah, I'm back using my Windows Phone. That's also part of this episode of Nostalgia Tech. Now, I did a bit. I've talked about it. Now Windows came out a long time ago, and I did talk about the. Oh, here, right here. Here, hold on. I did talk about the Hewlett Packard, which ran the Windows, and it was a really cool Windows CE. It ran Windows CE. System. It's the Palm Top. Now, I often wondered if they ever came out with these with Windows that you could actually hook up a mouse to this. I mean, come on, you could be able to hook up Wi-Fi, play your game, do your business and whatnot. This would be a pretty good setup back in the day. But only thing you're playing is solitaire. But now Microsoft did a pretty good job over the years, but they were too aggressive in their peak. They wanted to be number one. That's it, number one. Now why? This here is my Alcatel One Touch Fierce XL. I'm running it in 2019. I got this about 3-4 years ago, about 3 years ago or so. And today's standards, it considered old as fuck, but it still has Windows 10. I know the back's been all scratched up and everything else, but as long as the phone works, don't complain about the back screen, back here. As long as it works, you're good. But I know about the whole tire thing in the back. Don't worry about that. As long as it works, it's okay. But what's cool about the Windows Phone? I mentioned about the BlackBerry the first episode, first or second episode, and it does have. Go here. Let's see. It does have a lot to offer. It does have a lot to offer. If you have an Xbox, it's good. If you have a laptop with a Windows 10, knock yourself out. Just connect, no problem, as long as it's all connected on the base of the same software, phone, laptop, Xbox, no problem at all. But what I do love about the Windows Phone, you don't need a lot. You just have what you need. It's what you need, not what you should have. Okay, Windows Phone could be good if you're working for a company. You can download files. You can do a lot of PowerPoints and everything else. You're good. It has a camera up here at top, or here at top, and the camera in the back. Along those work. Plus, you have a flashlight. Now, a lot of people will say, well, I'm better with my Apple, my iPhone, or I'm better with my Android. That's good. That's good. If you want to set phones, it's fine. But a lot of people, well, not a lot, but there's a few that are still using the Windows Phone because it's a lot to offer. It's a great daily driver. It is. Now, you can have an Android phone, and that's still good for business. Now, why I still use my Windows Phone is that I had a Windows 8, but I gave it to my niece. So I went out, got her headphones, charger, little SIM adapter for phone, everything for it. Sent it to Hinton, Oklahoma. Good. But the reason why I like the Windows Phone is because it's good if you have downloading information, data, a lot of important stuff. Also, if you're a gamer, if you're a gamer, this phone's good. But also, I like it because its updated software is Windows 10. What happened to Windows 9? Wow. But they do have, Windows came out with a new Palm Top running off of Windows 10. This here's 22 years old. So, would it work if you downloaded Windows 10 on this thing? Good question. So, now security, I'm gonna be honest here. I'm gonna be honest. Hold on. Don't get me wrong. I'm still a big fan of Windows. I'm a big fan of Apple. I'm a big fan of Android software, the iOS, the Android, and the Windows operating system. Now, Android is an open source of smartphones. Windows is a open source for computers. Okay, computers. The only difference between the Windows operating system and the Android is that you don't get very much option for your phone. But if there's only things of what you need, and as a necessity. Now the apps on one's phone is certainly limited to a certain point of view. Now, the Android. The Android operating system, when it comes to the apps, you have absolute, unlimited choices to choose from. Apps to choose from. And what's cool about the Android, I have never been honest about the Android. Well, I have never been honest about the Android before in a long time. This is my first Android phone. It's true. And what I love about it is it can do a lot. Even I couldn't even imagine. Now, the Apple iPhone, the iPhone, ahead of its time. Way ahead of its time. Apple has a huge fan base. Microsoft has a huge fan base in the gaming department. Android has a huge too. Because Android is the hackers' operating system. Hackers use the Android to download Linux. And once you download Linux, you pretty much can download any app that you can hack. The Android can be turned into a hacking machine. Can the Windows Phone? Yeah. Yes and no. But can the iPhone? If you could be like George Hotz, maybe. And anything's possible, but sometimes it can be very difficult. I'm Grandmaster Evan, and you just watched the Nostalgia Tech episode 3. And if you're new to this channel, please leave a like, subscribe, comment below, and please don't forget to hit the bell for notification. And peace out.